Once upon a time, nestled between towering green hills and golden rice fields, there was a small village named Eloan. It was a quiet place, where people rose with the sun and rested with the stars. Among its many children lived a little girl named Lila. Lila was not like the others. While most children played with dolls or chased chickens around the yard, Lila preferred stories. She would sit for hours beside her grandmother, who spun tales of magical lands, cloud kingdoms, talking trees, and enchanted forests. But her favorite tale of all was about the Whispering Jungle, a mysterious, magical forest hidden beyond the hills. They said it could speak, that it was alive, and that only those with a pure heart could hear its voice. "Does it really whisper, Dottie?" Lila would ask. Her grandmother would smile. "Only to those who believe." One bright morning, as birds chirped and dew still clung to the grass, Lila wandered beyond the village, chasing a blue butterfly. She followed it past the fields, over the stream, and into a thicket of vines she had never seen before. When she pushed through, she gasped. Before her stood the Whispering Jungle. Massive trees reached into the sky, their leaves shimmering in shades of gold, violet, and emerald. Vines danced in the air like ribbons. Strange flowers opened and closed like they were breathing. A gentle wind blew, and Lila could swear she heard something. She blinked. "Hello," she called softly. The leaves rustled. A bright green parrot swooped down from the trees and landed on a branch near her. Finally, the parrot squawked. "You're late." Lila stumbled backward. "Did you just talk?" "Of course I did," the parrot said, puffing up. "I'm Miro, guardian of the jungle. And you, little Lila, have been chosen." "Chosen for what?" she whispered. "To save the magic." The jungle was in trouble, Miro explained. Its heart, the crystal tree, was losing its light. The animals were becoming silent. The rivers had stopped singing. Without help, the jungle's magic would disappear forever. "But why me?" Lila asked. Miro tilted his head. "Because you believe. And belief is the first magic." So, hand in wing, Lila followed Miro deeper into the jungle. She met a shy tiger cub named Tumba, who offered her a ride on his back. They passed mushroom lanterns that glowed with every step, and flower guardians that bowed as she walked by. They crossed the river of reflections, where the water showed not your face, but your dreams. When Lila looked in, she saw herself standing before the crystal tree, glowing with light. Finally, they arrived at the heart of the jungle. The crystal tree stood tall, but its branches were gray and dull. The air around it felt heavy, like a sad silence. "It used to glow," Miro said softly. "But the world has forgotten to listen. Only a heart full of kindness and courage can bring it back." Lila stepped forward. Her little hands trembled as she touched the bark. At first, nothing. Then, slowly, a warm light began to spread from her fingers. The dull gray cracked away, revealing shimmering crystal beneath. Branches lit up with golden light. The jungle shook with life. Birds sang. Flowers bloomed in wild color. The river nearby began to hum a song. Tumba roared joyfully. Miro did a backflip. "You did it," Miro cried. "You've returned the magic." Lila smiled, her heart full. As the sun began to set, Miro led her back to the edge of the jungle. "Will I see you again?" she asked. "You're always welcome," Miro said. The jungle remembers those who listen. With one last look, Lila waved goodbye to her magical friends and stepped back into the real world. When she reached the village, the butterfly she had chased earlier landed on her shoulder, as if to say, "Well done." That night, Lila sat beside her mother, eyes shining. "Did you hear the whispers?" her mother asked knowingly. "I did," Lila said. "The world is full of magic, but only those who believe, listen, and care with a kind heart will truly see it." Nestled, placed or located snugly and comfortably. Towering, very tall, rising high. Thicket, a dense group of bushes, trees, or vines. Whispering, speaking in a very soft, quiet voice. Gasped, breathed in suddenly with surprise or shock. Shimmering, shining with a soft, flickering light. Enchanted, magical, full of wonder and charm. Guardian, a protector or someone who keeps something safe. Chosen, selected for a special purpose. Crystal, clear, glass-like stone that sparkles. Trembled, shook slightly from fear, excitement, or weakness. Reflections, images you see in a mirror or on the surface of water. Glowing, shining steadily with light. Branches, parts of a tree that grow out from the main trunk. Bloomed, when flowers open and grow beautifully. Courage, bravery, the ability to face fear. Belief, trust or faith in something. Hum, a soft, continuous musical sound. Magical, full of magic, wonderful and enchanting. Kindness, being gentle, caring, and helpful to others.